Hey, hi. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for June 29th, 2025. We just got back from doing our morning walk. Um, yeah, when we go on the morning walks, we do a little training out there. Brian is not a good listener, but I'm hoping that when he watches Chica, that he will learn, because Chica is an excellent listener. So, because she's a good girl, yeah. Brian's a good boy too, but he just doesn't, you know. It's okay though, because I spoiled him, and that's the reason why. Okay. I should have started his training right away, because of Chica being so grateful that I, basically took her in. She listens to every single word I say. So I'm actually, to be quite honest with you, I'm actually trying to figure out how to teach her to bite. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out some special words for for biting, and that's it. She's my dog, and she's needs to protect me. I mean, she doesn't need to, but if she has to, I would hope that she knows what to do. Because she's a fighter. I'm gonna be honest with you, she's a fighter. She knows how to survive in the wild and everything, but yeah, I'm not trying to do that so I can be like for her to go bite everybody. No, I'm only doing that for my safety. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. How can I do this with a special word, so that's what I'm going to try to figure out. Because with how things are going nowadays, you don't know who's going to approach you. Because we have all kinds of kidnapping people out there, people, acting like they're ICE or police or whatever. So it's like anyone who gets caught up by anyone in some sort of, uniforms or like that, and that they're not, and you're just like, who is this? You don't know if that person is actually impersonating ICE or Homeland Security or anything. So yeah, you fight back. You kick and you scream and you yell. Make sure you yell, "I'm being kidnapped. I'm an American citizen," or "I'm legal here," and whatever you need to say. But make sure you yell that you're kidnapped. You're being kidnapped. Whatever. And then that way you can sue them. Yeah, see, before I was saying like fight, don't go down without a fight. But you know what? They're starting to make up stories now about saying that people are being they came and attacked me, and they're bringing up charges. That's why you need to yell, "Help, I'm being kidnapped. I'm an American citizen. Help." Because, you don't know who these people are. That way, when it goes to court, it will show that, yes, you did not know who these people were. They didn't identify themselves. And you are acting a certain way because you thought you were being kidnapped. There you go. Yeah. Don't fight back, you guys. Just make sure you do those few things. Scream for help. Say you're being kidnapped. Say you're an American citizen. Say you're legal here. But that's only if they're trying to put their hands on you and stuff like that. But if they're not, just record them. Just record what they are doing, and like that. And tell them, I'm going to find recognition on your face recognition, even if it's covered. You know why? I think you can do that. There has to be some sort of face recognition thing going on. If they're able to figure out your facial features with your bones, they probably can figure out your facial features from the shape of the mask on their face, because the masks on their face are so tight against their face. And then the shape, it's a possibility. You never know. Somebody might come up with that. Let's hope there's an engineer out there that can actually do that. Figure out face recognition from somebody wearing a mask. That would be some really good high technology, right? If someone could do that. But anyways, you do yell that stuff. You record what's going on. You show. And you know what? You take them to court, you sue the shit out of them. You know, I'm not surprised that we don't have some like really buff, dark-skinned people out here, Mexicans, whatever, who are like thick and working out, who, you know, you and your whole family could kind of be like on the low end of the poverty level, if it is. Shoot, man, you can get caught up by these people, take a little slight beating, and boom, now your family has a lot of money because you take them to court and you sue them for a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you what. Since I got here, I've been kind of like, you know, I was heavy when I moved into this house. And then when, after like a month or so, because I had the stove and I was trying to figure out how to use it, I was kind of overeating. And from that, my health was declining. Yeah. My hands, like my thumbs, I couldn't move, barely move them. And the arthritis in my hands, I was having problems like this. So like even when I was doing readings, it would hurt so bad. But guess what? Because I realized that was going on. Like, you know, you guys might think every day, you know, I go walking my dog. No, I am working out. I am working out. Look, my hands are back to normal again. All I got to do is lose weight. This thumb is still a little something, but you know what? That's how I can tell that the weight that I'm losing weight is because my body starts to work better, right? Yeah, my body starts to work better. There's no holdup because I have nerve damage. I have back damage. I have all kinds of stuff going on, right? But as long as I keep my weight down, my body is in good health. And and people are you know, before in my life, I've taken a beating from people. Okay? I was beat up by my ex-husband. I was beat up by random people. I was beat up by boyfriends. I got jumped in the streets of Long Beach by multiple people, not just one even. I got jumped by a couple. I've been jumped several times in my life. I've been beat up by my dad, close fist punched in the face, chair thrown at my head. I had cauliflower ear. I had everything. So I'm trying to get into the mode of where I can take a beating. So if they do approach me and they do something, I will take that beating. I will take that beating for America so I can freaking take them to court and sue the shit out of them. Yeah. And people are like, you know, I've been doing the Facebook thing. Yesterday was a fun day for me. I was just posting stuff and just, it was fun. You know, like maybe once a month or once every couple months, I get that wild hair. And then I kind of go, and then I just don't even go to Facebook for like weeks, you know. It's just like, it's like that. But people are, you know, the most recent one is, don't you believe in God? If y'all know me, you know that I am God's servant. I am like Jesus. I live my life like that. I may not follow the Bible to a T because I believe the Bible has a lot of violence in there, but I do follow the important stuff. And the important stuff in there that I follow, it's all common sense anyways. So so yes, I do believe in God. And then, you know, oh, in the Bible it says these are end times, and during these times we have to have strong faith and pray. You know what? Jesus fought for us. Jesus died for our sins, right? He took a beating for us, right? And God rewarded him, right? So for them to ask somebody like me that is shocking. Because if anything, I am like Jesus. I will fight for humanity. Jesus fought for humanity. He didn't just sit back and watch and pray. He took action. Okay? Jesus took action to help humanity. So if you think I'm just going to sit back and pray, okay, I can do that because I already do it every day, unlike some people who only do it on Sundays or in times of, you know, turmoil. No, I do it every day. All right? That's how strong my faith is. Everything I have here, this house, my car, my dogs, my life, is because of God. So yes, I believe in God. That's kind of like my firm talk. But but yeah, you know, and it's so sad that, you know, and I'll be honest with you. If you know me, like there are people out there that really, really know me. Y'all know I am not afraid of death. I'm not, and y'all know that. On top of that, I'm willing to lose my life for this country. I already put my life on the line for this country. And if I need to keep fighting for this country and I lose my life for this country, there you have it. I'm not afraid of death. Okay? It's my time when it's my time. Only God can decide. So to all the cowards out there anyways, you know. But my new thing is going to be, you know, I'm just going to start sending people like recruit applications to all those people against, you know, or people who are for what's going on today. And I'm just going to tell them, here, if you're so patriotic and you love this country and you're standing up, then yeah, go ahead and join the military. Show your patriotism. Send your school-aged children to fight for America. That'll shut them up real quick. That'll shut them up real quick because they're cowards and they won't. Yeah, I figured that out. Woo! You know, it takes a little bit for me to figure stuff out. You know, yesterday was a fun day because I was just, I guess I get a rise out of, you know, talking people down, you know, talking smack. But I'm doing it to try to trigger them. I'm doing it to try to make them see, but they don't. So yeah, you know? So yes, we can fight back. I suggest people start working out. If you've taken a beating before, get ready to take another beating. So you can sue the shit out of them. Don't forget to yell, you're being kidnapped, you're an American citizen. They didn't identify themselves. And record, make sure you record. So when things do happen, you take them to court. Because they shouldn't be doing this. Everything they're doing right now is illegal and you're interfering. Not if you're standing back, you're not interfering. You're not interfering if you're standing back. You can film, you could do whatever you want in public, you know, place. You know, and if they start to get violent with you, tell them, go ahead, be violent with me. I'm an American citizen. I'm filming you. I'm legal here. Go ahead. I will sue the shit out of you. Boom. They will not bother you. Make sure that you help all immigrants around. If you see anybody approaching them, make sure you tell them, don't speak up. Don't say anything. Tell them, don't say anything. Ask them to identify themselves. Film it. Everything you can. You know, I'm willing to take a beating for humanity, for the United States. How many of you are out there willing to say that? I'm willing to take that freaking beating. I will sue the shit out of them. And if something happens to me and I happen to die, oh, all hell gonna break loose. You trust. All hell gonna break loose. And if I have to die for all that hell to break loose, so be it. Because I am God's servant and I do nothing but be like Jesus on a daily basis. There you have it. Okay? Just to let everybody know. That's who I am. So no, I am not afraid. And I'm not worried about getting in Facebook jail. Who cares about Facebook? Who freaking cares? I'm barely on there anyways. Yeah. I don't even care about these channels. Like y'all think that, oh, she's trying to make it big on YouTube. Nope. I don't monetize off these. These channels are all free. I don't need it. How about that? I don't need that money. I do humanitarian work every single day. And God sees that. And God rewards me and blesses me. That's why I'm here. Going from 7 years ago homeless to I own my own house now. I'm not suffering in any financial means by any means in any way. Price is going up. I can afford it. I just don't buy it because it's all junk out there. You know what I mean? But because God has blessed me with all this stuff, I know that God wants me to fight for humanity. I know that God wants me to be like Jesus. And that's it, and that's all. So y'all can call me crazy. Y'all can call me whatever you want. But at least you can't call me a coward. Anyways, feeling kind of good. I'm probably not going to do the Facebook thing today because when I did that, well, I had interruptions yesterday. I actually had to give a ride to my neighbor. She needed a ride, and she needed to go to a couple stores, so I took her. And then halfway there, the ride is to this place. The ride is canceled. People are mean to their own families out here. I did notice that too. People are mean. Only family members. I feel so bad for some people, but what can you do? I had the same situation. What I do? I left. Some people here, though, they just can't leave because they can't maybe afford it. So I try to help out when I can. My neighbors, that's what I'm doing, all day, mostly now, right? Trying to stay active during the day, and that's why yesterday I didn't really do the normal exercising during the day because I had to take her and then come back and make sure I take my dogs because I couldn't take them with me. And then, make sure they get their walks. And then, from all those interruptions, it kind of messed up my workout day. Because I work out every day now. Yeah, I haven't really said on here, but I work out every day now, yeah. I'm doing it because, I'm starting to feel better. Everything feels better. And now I'm just working out even harder because I may have to take a beating one day. And if I do, I want to make sure that I can take it. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. I'm a fighter. Okay? I'm not somebody who hides and keeps their mouth shut. I'm a fighter. And I'm so ashamed of those who don't fight and stand up for humanity. So shameful. But I've said before, we have people who are like Jesus, but then we have people on the other side who are like Satan. So it's a battle of the good and evil, basically, nowadays, Anyways, I was talking for a long time, but yeah, you guys stay safe out there. If you are a veteran or an American citizen and you want to protect the democracy, we have and the Constitution of the United States of America, and, make sure that you start working out. Make sure to be ready to take a beating if you want to stand up for your people and protect, because if you're going to put your life on the line to get beaten by these people, you might as well, work out and realize that later on you're going to sue them. You know what I mean? So basically just start working out. But don't, go into things hoping that they're going to harass you though, right? Don't do that. But most likely you don't know what kind of person you're going to get out of those people because they're violent. You don't know if somebody had a bad experience right before they saw you or in the morning and all of a sudden they're in a pissed off mood, and they just want to freaking beat you up and take you in, regardless if you're American or not. So make sure that you're ready to take a beating, because you're going to be financially rewarded after this. God will reward you with a big fat lawsuit settlement. There you have it. The only thing is there is a risk. You have to not be afraid to die. You have to be like one of those diehard people, you have to be, I sacrificed my life for the military. I know 100% that I am not afraid of death. I'm just not dealing with the death thing because God doesn't want me gone right now. God wants me to fight. So that's what I'm doing. And that's it. There's nothing going on in this town. Or even when I went to Corpus Christi, I never saw anything around. I went to Victoria, I went to Portland. I don't see any kind of weird stuff happening right here. But if I did, you better believe I would be like, what's going on, you know? What's going on here? I would step in and see. I would try to record. I would, yeah. But right here, there's just like nothing. Like all these things that you're seeing on TV, like how are they seeing? Like, yeah, they're just creeping up in neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen a Homeland Security car drive by here, but not hassling anybody or doing anything. I don't know. Maybe they live in this town. That could be it too. Because I have a policeman that lives behind me and to the side. Yeah, he's the reason why I chose this house, because I asked him about the neighborhood. Seemed pretty nice. It is. You know what this neighborhood reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of like Reseda income level type of, just regular middle to low. You know, I like that. I don't need to buy expensive things or a big house. I don't care to look any certain way. I don't want to live above my means, right? If anything, I want to find comfort way below my means, because I'm not afraid to live anywhere, because I know that once people get to know me, meet me, they're gonna like me. There's already people around here, they like me, so even the kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not tripping on that, you know. I don't know. I'm having my cup of coffee. Oh shit, a fly dropped in there. I'll just take that sucker out and keep drinking. I lived on the road for 4 years. You think I haven't eaten bugs before, drank flies, or swallowed a spider? So yeah. Anyways, that was kind of a good conversation, in case anybody's wondering, like, whoa, because I did yesterday. I did go like on Facebook, and I posted all these things. You know, I talked about a lot of stuff. Talking about Fight Pack. I have that little cloud by her face. It says he raped a 13-year-old girl. He raped a 13-year-old girl. You know what? That just makes me feel like people who voted for him are for rapists, like, and most likely they're predators themselves. You know, I've been raped several times during my lifetime. I've been beat up. I'm telling you, I'm just working out, getting stronger, because I don't want to feel pain, number one. And because if I need to take a beating one of these days to protect humanity, or to protect my neighbor or whatever, that I'm able to take that beating. It's kind of sad being American that we have to consider these types of things. Anyways, that's enough. I think I'm gonna, you know, maybe I'm gonna do a reading. No, I'm gonna start my working out. That's right. Yesterday I couldn't start because I was waiting for the lady. But today, yeah, I'm gonna start my working out. I work out. So every day, this is how this is my schedule on a daily basis, usually every day. In case anyone's wondering, because if you're wondering, like, what does she do all day? All she says that sometimes she goes on the exercise machine, sometimes she walks the dog. Like, what else does she do? This is what I do all day. Now, before I was being lazy and laying around watching TV, and that's why I got that thing. And then when I got that thing, I kind of felt the weight loss. Then I started watching MasterChef, and I realized I'm eating like a pig, so I stopped eating so much. and then I decided to add more, because I felt like my exercise machine wasn't enough. So this is the daily schedule. The daily schedule is get up, walk the dogs, come back, sit down for a moment and have a cup of coffee. That's what we're doing right now. After this, work out, or no, start stretching, do stretching for an hour. And then I do like chair yoga, right? For about an hour. And then I do stretching again. That usually lasts like 30 minutes. And then I will have something to eat, something small, like egg, protein. And then after that, and you know, during like breaks of when I'm working out, I'll like go in the room and then fix my bed, you know, do some dishes, like in between the working out. I'll do those things to make sure the house stay clean, sweep, you know, wipe things down to keep it looking nice and clean in here. So I'll do that in between the workout. So the workout takes me a long time because I'm working out and cleaning in between. So I'm doing that. And that'll happen, all that kind of activity happens up until and then when the stretching starts, though, my final stretching starts, that's when I will have something to eat, which it will probably be around noonish by that time. So I don't really eat breakfast. I eat kind of a brunch or lunch brunch, right? And then I will sit and relax for a minute, and then I will just wait for after that, usually like when I finish the workout and after I've already eaten, by that time it's about noon, right? So at about noontime, it's so hard to say my schedule. I never realized that. At about noon, but it's like give or take the time, because sometimes I wake up at like 7 a.m. Sometimes I wake up at 9. So if anything, it will all shift, right? Except for the dog walks. I like to keep those consistent. So usually, after I finish like cleaning, working out, having something to eat, then, I will sit down, take a little break, because I know pretty soon I'm going to have to start the car to warm up to take them for their second walk. But like, I try to tell myself not to sit down too much on the couch. So when I do sit down and rest, I might sit down and rest for a minute, but if it seems like it's taking too long, I'll get on the machine. I'll just get on the machine and do it. Keep that energy going, right? And then I'll come down, do that 15, 20 minutes, get down. And I'm watching TV during the whole thing, keeping entertained, I'm watching MasterChef right now, so, I like that show. Just because I like to see how they're cooking the stuff. I don't want to be on there or do anything like that. But it has actually taught me, like, yeah, shoot, I'm eating too much. And I've learned a couple of things on there that, I'm going to try that for eating, So, yeah. So, I watch that. And then when, like, 1:45-ish rolls around, no matter what I'm doing, I will go out there and start the car. Because that's the time when I need to take them for their second walk. And then we go for the second walk. Yeah. Then we go for the second walk. And then we come back. And then by that time, it's like 3:30. If I still have a lot of energy, get back on the machine. Like, I am working out all day when I'm doing everything. I'm working out all day. And man, I can't believe the significant weight loss. I don't have a scale to tell. I can tell from this, because after the first month here, I couldn't barely do this. I was like, oh! Even my back too, yeah. Yeah, that's why, for a lot of people, I suggest, if you got a lot of pains and things, like, do your best, whatever you can, to try to lose weight, because that extra weight is causing pressure on your nerves and things in your body, and it could cause pain. And then what do people do when they have pain? They take pharmaceuticals. I can't even take pharmaceuticals. I have an allergic reaction to everything pharmaceutical. Yeah, I even decided to put that on my phones, like emergency information. Do not give any kind of pharmaceutical, like, in case I have to go to the hospital or something. I put my emergency information in the phone, because so they know. I tell them my medical condition, known drug allergies, do not give narcotics, do not give any kind of pharmaceutical. What else was it? Must be accompanied by a female at all times during interaction. Yeah, so have that in there. So I think that's all I have, though, because I've been skipping some days because I'm just busy, or I forget, and when I do readings, I usually do readings either before I walk with them or after. Like, yeah, that's when I fit the reading in during the day. Like, if I'm working out and it's just not time yet, because like on one of those days that I get up real early, I might do a reading before we go on the walk. But one of those days I might end up waking up late, I'll do a reading after we go for a walk. I just basically slip that in anywhere during the day. And it's usually during the time when I feel like I'm not going to be too active or whatever, I do keep active all day. I have to. It's for my health, because if I don't, my health will totally decline. Yeah. And so, yeah. I have to be strong. I kind of want to be as strong as I was when I was in the military. So I'm incorporating that stuff into my working out. So I'm considering, like, all this walking that I do with the dogs, that would be the marching part, and then I come home and just working out all frickin' day. I will get there. I don't know about the pull-ups thing though, because of the hand issue, because even though everything is coming back to normal, I don't know if I could do, when I was done in boot camp, I could do like pull-ups, like no problem. Like, damn. I wonder if I could get that way. I mean, I could try. I don't know. All right, you guys, we're over 30 minutes now. Wow, I was really yapping today. I don't know if anything exciting comes up, I'll tell you, but that's basically my whole day. All I do is walk my dogs. I work out all day. I work out hard because I'm trying to be able to take a beating if I have to, and for my health, because, I don't want to have pains and problems. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Stand together, America. Fight for the Constitution. I didn't almost die for this country, for them to just throw that in the trash. Come on now. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for June 29th, 2025. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.